Ho, 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 ho.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just in case if you don't know who I am, my name is Hannah and I'm so happy you guys are here in today's video. I would love to share with you a paranormal place in Savannah, Georgia. The place is called Moon River Brewing. Hi everyone, I just want to say something before the video is over. Is that I do have merch. If you want to go check that out, it's always going to be in the link in the description below. And I do want to let you guys know, if I haven't already hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm hoping to hit that goal. If I already did, then I'm hoping to get 100 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, if you are willing to help me out by hitting the subscribe button so you can be part of the fam. And here is the video. Moon River Brewing in Savannah, Georgia has permanently closed, and Brew Pub, which was located in a historic building known for being haunted, served its last customers in June 2024 after 25 years of business. The building is now undergoing renovations, which include converting the upper floors into apartments, while the ground floor will be updated with new uses according to Savannah agendas. Here's a little bit about the closure. The brewery closed permanently in June 2024, with its final day of business being Sunday, June 16th, 2024. And here is a little bit of the location and some history. It was located at 21 West Bay Street in Savannah, Georgia, in a building originally constructed in 1921 was the City Hotel. The building is known for its long history of numerous reports of paranormal activity, which was a popular feature of the brewery. Future of it, the building's owner is renovating the space with plans to create apartment units on the 2nd through 4th floors. The ground floor and basement areas will be updated for new uses. When it comes to the products and all, before its closure, Moon River Brewing was known for brewing its own beer and serving American food in a casual setting. The building that houses the Moon River Brewing was built in 1821 by elderly. It was the first use city hotel. Savannah's prominent and wealthy residents regularly gathered here to share in fine spirits, which were imported for all over the globe. The number of notables people stayed at the city hotel throughout the years, including James Audubon, who was a guest at the hotel for over 6 months. The Savannah City Hotel hosted its last guest in 1864, right before General Sherman claimed the city in his famous March of the Sea during the American Civil War. The building also served as a hospital during Savannah's numerous yellow fever outbreaks. There has been hundreds of people, mostly children, reportedly died on the upper floors of the building during these outbreaks, when the building functioned as a makeshift hospital. Because of that, it is not surprising that child spirits are often seen in the Moon River Brewing Company. In more recent times, the building, which houses in the Moon River Brewing Company, has been used as storage space, an office supply store, and actually sat vacant for almost 20 years until it was purchased in 1995. The Moon River Brewing came about just a few years later, and it is when the ghost stories has officially started. Another area in the Moon River Brewing, it gets a lot of attention, is the basement. The most famous ghost in the brewing, the one of the staff it calls Toby, is seen in the basement silently through the shadows. The basement does certainly have more than its share of ghostly encounters with the living people. Many people who go on ghost tours throughout the Moon River Brewing make a stop in the basement. There has been a woman started to panic. She claimed that her entire right hand side of her body became icy cold very quickly. She said she could hear voices but couldn't make out what they were saying exactly. So they took her outside for a breather, which at that point the experience ended. Many people have reported having feelings very similar to this while they were in the basement of the brewing. On the second floor of the brewing company, the famous shooting of James Stark took place, shot by the town second Philip Manning. Stark was killed on the staircase, or was it by the kitchen? We don't know. You will come to find that many of the stories in Savannah there has been different versions, all depending on whom you're talking with. Stark's ghost is said that it roams on the main floor of the brewing. Some have been witness to two events at the brewing, which only can explain by the ghosts of the brewing company messed with people. One summer they were on a lovely date with a young lady. They went to the Moon River for dinner. During the course of dinner, she excused herself to the restroom. The minutes ticked by as the date started to wonder if the lady bailed on him. Almost 10 minutes later, she came back to the table, tears streaming down her face. She asked her what was going on or what's going on and if they're okay. She took a deep breath and composed herself, and she processed to tell him that she was in one of the stalls. When she tried to exit the stall, the door would not open. She assured the other person the door wasn't locked. She pushed on the door with all her weight, but the door would not budge. She started to panic, but didn't want to cause a huge scene. After trying another minute, she desperately called out, quote, "Let me out of the stall." Then she gave the door another push and it opened up. After that, she went outside to try and to calm herself before coming back to the table, and she didn't know they were interested in the paranormal ghosts and thought they would judge her and think she was crazy. About a minute or so later, the waitress came to fill up their drinks and give them refills. The waitress noticed that she was a mess and asked if everything was okay. And the date looked at the waitress, said, "You won't believe me if I told you, But something just happened to me in your restroom. I think a ghost was messing with me. She told the waitress the whole story just to have the waitress to overall reply, yeah, you're not the first one that this has happened, and there's a ghost in the woman's bathroom to just hang out in there for some reason, and they believe that it made her relaxed. And then there was another time, there was two people having dinner at the dining with a friend, and all of a sudden she jumped. Her face turned white almost instantly. All of the blood drained from her skin. They asked the other person what was going on. They told them something had grabbed their leg twice. The first time thought it was the other person, but this time both were wasn't around them. They asked her what she meant. Something grabbed her leg. She explained a little bit more that she said it felt like someone gripped her thigh and squeezed. She could feel a hand squeezing her leg. Well, she had refused to ever go back to the Moon River Brewing since it happened. There has been other stories similar to those kind of incidents that I saw. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and if you've ever been to that place and experienced anything, let us know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you guys in tomorrow's as well. And yeah, bye.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!